If there is a so-called global currency war, who wins? Because the comments out of President Hu just this week were a little stronger than I would have expected when it comes to the place of the dollar and the yuan in the system.
Well, nobody wins in a beggar thy neighbor, devalue your currency, race to the bottom. That we know. I mean, we saw that in the 20s and 30s, and that simply doesn't work. So I think that and certainly tariffs and any kind of trade barriers, almost any economist worth his or her salt will tell you adds costs to systems. Free trade is the cheapest of all. But politics intercedes in these things, and that's beyond my purview and others. I mean, and politics can get out of control quickly.
You've heard President Hu say China will not bow to pressure, but most economists I talk to do expect to see the Chinese let their currency float a bit more than it has, at least over the past year, when it's risen, 3.6%.
Yeah, well, again, we're getting back to that currency thing, and I think it's the tail wagging the dog. I mean, for example, I don't think the yuan is terrifically undervalued. In fact, I think it might be overvalued.
Really?
Yeah, the whole world thinks it's undervalued. I mean, and everybody's positioned for it to be undervalued.
So, of course, you're going to take the other side of that
usually
coin.
Where everybody is positioned one way on one side of the boat, you might want to explore the other side.
What makes you think that it's overvalued?
Because of the credit problems in the system. How much RMB is going to have to be flooded in by the Chinese bank regulators to refloat the system.
China and the United States need one another, clearly. We're trading partners. We have a creditor-debtor relationship. Which is the first to flinch?
Well, again, I mean, there's lots of different angles of relations. I mean, you've got trade relations, you've got financial currency relations, you've got geopolitical issues. I mean, some of those, again, are beyond my purview.
Military.
Geopolitical, military, of course. And you have an ascendant economic power. And the history of ascendant economic powers is they like to flex their muscles economically and otherwise to show, their increasing growth and national pride. And certainly we're seeing that, in my opinion, in China. Now, having said that, it is a symbiotic relationship, and I think both sides probably will realize that, and there's no immediate flashpoints from a geopolitical point of view, some pictures of airplanes notwithstanding. But
that we just got.
But I think the real issues will be, I believe, financial issues, not trade issues or geopolitical. I think they're going to be financial. I think it's going to be due to the Chinese credit bubble bursting.
This economy we're seeing in China is simply not sustainable.
I don't think it is, no.